Walk Cook Walk episode, oh crap, I didn't even check, 23. Yeah, 23. Because yesterday's little video was not even an episode, and a bit of a flop as well. Although I did manage to look at a few places and know that some need a bit of work before they can be used, but they are not written off, so to speak. I couldn't get to the place I wanted to go, but that's by the by. That's all on yesterday's video. That's in the past. Today I'm going to a spot that I've been to before. It's a place that I had the tarp up last time I was there. I don't remember what I was cooking. I'll put it down the bottom here because I'll find out by looking back. But it was a nice rainy one. Now, I was supposed to be out earlier, but as always, trying to pack everything, trying to make sure I've got everything and not rush it so that I don't forget things. So what I'm doing today is I am going to be comparing a freeze-dried meal with a home-cooked meal. And they're both beef stew with potatoes. Now, mine's going to be better. I'm telling you that now, because mine's a spicy stout stew. It's going to have Guinness in it. It's going to have chillies in it. Not too spicy, but just enough to give it a bit of punch. And we're going to be comparing it to one of these freeze-dried things that hikers use. Now, I know that mine's going to be better already. It stands to reason, but I just wanted to see what they're like. So at the same time as, you know, it's not going to get wasted, I'll probably eat most of that freeze-dried thing, depending on what it tastes like, of course. But I'll be taking most of the stew home, I expect, which this time I've actually come prepared with spare tubs to be able to take it home instead of having to scoff loads of it. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing today. We're on the usual track, which probably means at any given moment a tram will come down and photobomb the shot. But as I say, it's a bit nice, bit of woodland that's pretty close to me. It's quite close. It's really easy to get to. I don't need the bike today. Don't need to get the trailer out. And I've got some things that should make my backpack lighter. So I'm not carrying that big ass table now. I've got a smaller and lighter version, which I snagged a bargain on eBay. I can't remember what it was, but it was secondhand, of course. All my stuff's secondhand, apart from the Trangia that I'm bringing out today, which is the original Trangia that I bought for myself many years ago, over 20 years ago, and only really used it in the last 23 weeks, or however many episodes we've got on here now. But yeah, and also the billy can. I bought that. That was brand new, although it did turn up a bit battered and beaten. But at the same time, they knocked a £5 off it because it was battered and beaten. So can't really complain at that. But yeah, man, we're going to be going up the Forever Hill, and I'm actually going to point out the little area that I was sat in yesterday for you to see, because it's literally just up the road here. It's not far away at all. But at the same time, we need to make sure that we're on track to get to where we need to go. And that, oh, some kids just binned it off his bike on a load of mud. Oh dear. No, not got an adult with him. You all right, dude? Are you good? What have you done? You think what? Do you need any help? We'll be back in a minute. Yeah, he's all right. He'd come down on a bit that's like rutted. It's really slippy. I do crash, you know. I try not to, but you know, it's one of those. Sometimes you just crash. There's nothing you can really do about it. Just stopped to make sure he was all right, because there's no adult about. He had his mate with him. He said he was all right. He's got a bit of a cut on his thumb and a bit of bruised ego, maybe. But anyway, over there in that corner, right there, that's where I was sat yesterday. This is the part that you saw, and behind is where the time lapse would have been, kind of looking a bit like that. I lost a bit of the footage actually. I was trying to get a video of the crows. They were all flying around and cawing and stuff, and I was talking at the same time, but I think I'd plugged the dongle for this in, but then not had the mic switched on. So bit of a noob move really. Now, all in all, I've been doing YouTube for over 4 years, because I've got another channel, which is a home brewing channel called Fermented World. Just put a nice little plug here of the other channel. Now that's been going, like I say, 4 years. 500 strong plus, and you know, more are joining every single day. So if home brewing is something that you like the idea of, go check that out. I brew all sorts. I brew beer, mead, cider, wine. I know I always say it, but once I fermented a can of Dr. Pepper. Why? Because there was no one to stop me. That's exactly why. And that's exactly why, the reason I go out and cook in the woods, because there's no one there to tell me I can't. Okay, you tell people and you get a couple of raised eyebrows. Like I said before, my mum always shakes her head when I tell her where I've been and what I've been doing. Oh, the crows are in this field today. Oh look, there they go. Absolute murder. Don't have time for that. Now these fields that you see here, eventually are all going to be houses. I know I yak on about it a lot, but while we're here, why the hell not? All of this that you can see, all the fields over that side, all of this field, the field on the other side of this hedge, all the way up to that other line, further over in that direction, up to the top line there, that's all going to be houses and a country park up at the top. How you doing? All right? Good, good. Unfortunately, but you know, it's necessary to have houses, but it's just a shame that it's going to be on our doorstep, taking away our bit of green that we've got. I'm pretty sure it's happening to somebody else with their local area as well. And it will be nice to have a country park up there, which is more of an area that's accessible all over, you know. We'll be getting some, well, depending on how long it takes them to do it, depends on whether we'll get it. That was another rainbow like yesterday. There's a rainbow in the sky. Yeah, a very faint rainbow, but a rainbow all the same. Now, I am unsure if you can see that. I can't even see it because I've got my screen brightness turned down. It's pretty windy today, to be honest, as well. Reason why the screen brightness is turned down is try and save a bit of power. I don't have to fart around then recharging stuff. We're going to go up the Forever Hill. It very, very rarely has anything amazing happen whilst going up it. So I'm going to cut out now. We're going to get up there. And if anything cool happens, I'll bring you back. Look at this dude just chilling on a rock in the middle of a pathway, catching some sun. Can't fault him. Onwards. Look at this little dude. He's come to have a rest on my little tripod. What I'm doing at the moment is taking a time lapse of that. And that little dude's come to say hello, look. Now, as cool as that time lapse was, it was just taking a little bit too long because of the angle that the clouds are coming. They're coming towards me instead of going to the side, so I couldn't actually see any difference in what it was actually doing. So it might very well be a lot of nothing, but who knows. Lots of people out today with dog walkers. Like I say, it's a really active field, and that is where the proposal for the country park's going to be. I'm not saying it's not going to be good, but what I am saying is I don't like the fact that it's taking all these walks, the memories of these walks. These pathways might not even be here then. Let's switch it over like that so that you can see me and all my gingerness. Fun fact. Well, it's not exactly fun, but it's a fact. I lost 2 pounds, and I don't mean coins. I weigh myself every month with the plan of trying to lose a bit of weight each month, because it was getting on top of me. Doing things like this, carrying a heavy bag around, is only going to be helping, isn't it? To shed that shit. I'm trying to get my bag lighter. Slowly and surely, bit by bit, a little bit lighter, as and where I can. I nearly brought out the new Trangia 27 that I've got, because what I've done is I've managed to upgrade my current one for the non-stick ones, and if you actually want to win one for 50p a ticket, I've actually got one available on a website called Raffle. You buy a ticket, you could win it for 50p. Currently there's not many tickets sold, but I'm not bothered anyway. I wanted somebody to have something, but the smallest amount that I could do for a ticket was 50p. 10% goes to a charity. There will be a link in the comments below. And sorry, but that's UK only at the moment. Later on, once we've got more subscribers and participants, I might do it worldwide. But the problem is shipping to the Americas is very expensive at the moment. But again, you know, I'm not saying no, I'm not saying never. Oh yeah, that sun catches my beard. I feel like I am touched with fire. Right then. We're going to have a look at the top field. I know it's going to be bloody muddy. If it's going to be crazy muddy, I'm going to be a wimp and I'm going to go the not so muddy way. But we'll give it a quick look, see where we're at. Because it might be okay. It's probably not. It normally gets very muddy this time of year. But it's only mud. I was traipsing around in it yesterday. When I was in that field, I literally had like moon boots with the amount of mud and stuff that had stuck to my feet. Hi, you're right. Yeah, not too bad. How muddy is it?
Not too bad.
Oh, okay, we'll give it a go. Cheers, dude. Yeah, we'll go and have a look. He had a very happy dog. Yeah, it isn't too bad. Walk on the grass and be all right. Yeah, not too shabby. Let's do the little 360 spin. It might be a 180, you know. Not sure. I am not sure. Probably is a 180, come to think of it. So we're heading over to those woods over there, and I'll be back when we're in there. We'll see if that's like all cinematic and shit, man. You know what I mean? Don't know what I'm on about. I very rarely know what I'm on about, to be fair. I just kind of put the camera in my face and talk. This is what happens when you got no friends. I'm only joking. The trees are my friends. I was trying to set up a shot then with it spinning round. First time I tried it when I'm walking towards it, and I forgot that I was using the front camera, which is down here, instead of the rear one. So I'm there thinking I've screwed the shot up, but I actually hadn't. I put my, as you can see, I put my flipping coat in my bag because coming up that hill, whoo-wee. I mean, yeah, it is a bit cool, but it's warmer than it has been. It's a great bit of woodland, this. It's tiny, don't get me wrong, it's nothing massive, it's not endless, but I just like it. It's the closest one to me that's like big, you know? Très grand. But then again, it's not that big in the grand scheme of things. But it's nice. It can be quite quiet. You do get dog walkers in, cyclists, normal walkers, just, you know, or people just milling around in the woods. I mean, it's exactly what I'm going to be doing, isn't it? The ground in here is quite dry as well in comparison to the stuff out there. All the trees sucking it all up, getting that water, that H2O hydration. So this is like the main clearing. Hi, you're right. It's quite open. This is where most people would have a fire back in the day. Right about here. There used to be loads of bricks about and a bit of a pit dug out. But you don't see people doing that no more. Everyone seems, they just tend to be indoors all the time now. Which is a shame. I can go both ways. I think I'll go this way. This pretty much leads, they both lead us to the same place, but it's just, you can go either. Got to duck down for some of these bits. Now, as I was saying in the last main video, I love coming back to the woodlands each weekend just to see the change in the colours, because the difference is stark. It's quite, you know, there's a very big difference in the change. It seems to be almost rapid, you know, because I'm not here all the time. I don't see the gradual change. I just see it like 1 minute it's all green, next minute it's brown. we're in the, if you want to call it yellow, we're in the yellow part of it at the moment, where a lot of it is a random can in a tree. Why would you? That can come with me. I'll find a little bit of room in my bag for that. Why would you leave a can in a tree? What, oh shit. Tripping over logs now. And we've got another doggo who's legged it. I think he was just coming to investigate the noise, which is understandable. Oh, look at that, look. See, all the way back there, that's a place called Clifton. It's absolutely miles away from here, and you have to go all the way around the River Trent to be able to get to it. It's quite far away, but there could be a couple of spots up that way to go and cook some grub. Possibly. Ancient relics of buildings that used to be here. Stone's probably been here longer than me. So they might have had a couple of trees down recently. Some fresh wood shavings over there. It's good to see they're maintaining the paths and stuff. Now, I don't think any of these are actual designated paths. I think they've just been carved in by walkers over time. So what we're going to do first is we're going to set up. We're not that far away from the spot now. We'll set up, get everything going, and we'll start a live feed of the cooking. Although I might very well do these freeze-dried one first and then do a live for the actual one, because freeze-dried are a bit boring, I think, in my opinion, that is. But we're going to test it anyway. We'll see whether it's boring. Now then, I think it's down here. It all looks a bit different now. Everything's started to fall, but I'm sure that this is the way past these prickly holly bushes onto the track that's ever so slightly. No, we've gone past it. We've literally just walked past the 3 trees. Look, 1, 2, 3. How did I not even see it? What a numpty. So this is where I had the tarp stretched out over there to over here, and we cooked in this area here. There's no rubbish around here apart from that can that I've just thrown down there. So we're going to get set up, and then we're going to get this freeze-dried thing cooked, because I think they take about 10 minutes after you've added the water. By that time I would have started a live. We'll do the comparison of them side by side on the live, but I'm not cooking that on this, so you'll see that shortly after we've set up. So if anyone's watched yesterday's video, you'll know that I forgot a couple of things, and I've gone and done it again. Normally I carry a spork everywhere. I've normally got one in my other bag. Now I think I took it out of this bag to put in the bag that I took yesterday, and I didn't put it back in this bag today, assuming that it was still in there, because I've got more than one of them. So I have nothing to eat this food with apart from a spatula. So we're going to be going we're either going to be going home hungry, or we're going to be using this. So one or the other. Oh my life. Anyway, today we're using the T25, which is the larger version of the Trangia stoves. This isn't the vintage one that I showed everybody the other week. This is mine, which is about 21 years old, and it still works flawlessly. Just got to check where the wind's coming from. That away. So we need those air holes there to that side, which allows the wind to come in, because the fire needs oxygen. Okay, so I've got my fly spray ready for the wasps, just in case, although it is getting a little bit colder for them. We're going to heat some water, and we're going to do this whatever the sodding hell it is, freeze-dried summit to eat beef stew with potatoes. Main meal, serves 1. This weighs 118 grams. The amount of water to cook it weighs 300 grams. So I'm trying to weigh up whether, so 418 grams, the weight of your cutlery to eat it with, whatever you're going to be using. I'm just intrigued because I see all these hikers. I follow quite a few people who go hiking. I see them all using these, and I want to know whether they're pretending to like it or whether they are actually nice. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own beef stew with potatoes. Mine's a little bit different to that. Mine's going to be better. If you want to see mine, you're going to have to go watch the live, because I'm going to be doing it after I've finished recording this heating of the water. It says it needs, I think it says 300 ml. So I'll quick butchers. Remove oxygen absorber. Add 300 ml of boiling water, which is approximately fill line C. Okay, let's get it open. Have a look where fill line C is. Bloody hell. Don't want to get them hikers in this, do they? It's like you must starve. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm going to get my spoon on the go. Because I'm certainly not eating with this spoon. Because that shit's sharp. Okay. We'll start a mini trash pile over there. I've already put the can that I found in a tree in a bag, because ooh, do you know what? That doesn't look bad. I'm not even lying. That doesn't look bad at all. Obviously it's freeze dried, but okay. I'm sort of impressed already. I was expecting a load of powdery shit. I was literally expecting to open it and there'd just be a load of dust in there. Let's put the safety thing on the spoon. So where's this fill line C? Okay. Right, let's pop that. Ooh, nearly lost it. So I've got a new table. It's an OEX one. It was secondhand. It's a little bit lower down, but it's like 1.5 kilograms lighter than the other one. Or is it a kilogram lighter? Either way, it's lighter, because my shoulders just can't take it. The chair, I've had this ages. I was gifted it along with a load of other stuff from a friend who was really unwell. He's still really unwell, but he's clinging on. I did try and show him my YouTube channel, but he's not bothered. The bag was his as well. He's not bothered about it. He says, if I watch a couple, I'll get addicted and I'll never leave the bloody house. And I was like, fair enough, dude. Oh, fair enough. So I bought 2 of these stoves with me today, simply because the stew's going to take a while to cook. It's got 20 minutes of simmering after everything else is mixed together. So I just want to make sure that I could take one out, put another one in. So I would definitely recommend the spare stove or burner, whatever you want to call it. Top this up with some liquid. I suppose it's just so that you never get it overflowing, because that's the last thing you're going to want. So with this, right, I'm going to talk about this because it pisses me off. Excuse the language. This thing, right, this is made by Trespass, by the way. I bought a couple of bits and bobs from them when I was starting out. And let me just actually pause my walk. That will save some battery. Hey Siri, switch to power saving mode. So this really annoys me, right? So this obviously isn't a part of it. That's my little bushcraft knife. I don't even know who it's made by. It just says stainless steel, China. Full tang, so it's pretty safe. It's got a little noggin there on the top and the bottom, so you can get a really good grip. The only gripe I've got about that is it cuts sideways. It's one of those that cuts sideways, kind of like a steak knife does. Anywho, this thing here is rubbish. You get 1 or 2 sparks off it. Trespass. That is rubbish. Knife. There you go. Bada bong, bada bing. Let's put that back down there. That'll take a moment or two to get going. And ooh, the mozzies be out. Mozzies be out. I'm gonna get bit to ribbons here. Just get the small pan on there and a bit of water in. Not sure. That says that's 500 ml, so we won't need all of that. If I fill it up to there, I've got to be sparing because I need water for my spuds. So yeah, let that come up to the boil. We're going to pop it in there. That'll take 8 to 10 minutes. Stir for 8 minutes. I've got to stir it continuously for 8 minutes. You can bob off, mate. I'll stir it as much or as little as I like. But that is really lightweight. I didn't weigh all my stuff. I will though, and I'll put what my stuff weighs down here, somewhere down here, so that you can see what the crack is there. But first of all, let's crack a sodding beer. I can't crack the Guinness because that's actually going in the stew. It is a spicy stout stew. Now, I have these ideas and they're in my head and I have to get them out. It's like go into the woods and cook a spicy stout stew. Okay, let's go do it. And here we are, cooking a spicy stout stew in the woods. I mean, this is amazing. I love this. The colours, the calmness, and I do apologise about the audio. I flipping sat on it. Oh mate, you know when things are going to go wrong, they go really wrong, don't they? And I've lost a little bit for it now as well. I'll put a little picture up. But yeah, I've snapped the flipping thing for the dongle. So I need to try and get a replacement one of these, or it's just another piece of plastic lying around the sodding house. But yeah, I sat down on here and I thought, oh, I've still got my phone in my pocket. Ah well. We're still in the woods and we're still cooking some grub. Oh, this seat isn't the most comfortable, I have to admit, but it's a lot lighter, and at the moment I just need my shoulders to get better. I mean, I do go to the gym and I do shoulder work. Just really aching across this bit here and down the back of the shoulder blades. Sometimes I'm getting twinges in them as well. I think I've been overdoing it with the amount I can carry, with that attitude that I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Because, you know, sometimes you can't, and you need to be able to realize your limitations, which is something I've always struggled with, because I've got that can-do attitude where, you know, I can achieve anything, I can do anything, to the point that I can't. I'll give it a bloody go, I'll give it my best shot, that's for sure. Okie dokie, I think we're cooking. Got some flame coming through that now. which is nice. I remembered everything, I think, apart from a flipping spoon. What an amateur. Eating my beard or my mustache. We are quite close to a main road down there, but I'm not bothered. There's a path that runs down there, there's another one that runs up there. It doesn't see much traffic. Most people tend to get to here and then turn back because that's like really overgrown down there. I was too busy yakking, I nearly walked past it. It's one of my favourite spots as well. Came up here and it was peeing it down. Me and my daughter came up and we just sat underneath the tarp. I cooked my thing, she listened to the rain, and you know, it's nice because the trees here are quite big. They've got quite big canopies. Obviously they're all losing their leaves now, but it kind of helps keep you dry for a certain amount of time while we set the tarp up. We got wet, but you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I keep spotting people wandering around. Not that it bothers me. I'm not doing anything that I shouldn't be doing. It is not illegal to cook in the woods. I remember many a times in this woodland being told off by the fire department. And we did it properly, you know, we used to be a scout, dib 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 dob dob dob, all that jazz. And we put the rocks around it so it couldn't spread, cleared all the leaves and everything out of the way. And yeah, just had a fire and, you know, a couple of beers and just chilled out in the woods at night. It was nice, but obviously people walk past and they smell the fire and they just think that we're going to be like setting fire to trees and all that, which I totally get. You know, people are just a bit cautious about it all. Because let's face it, we all care about the woodland. Anyone who's watching this cares about the woodland. You know, these big buggers. This one's a maple. Oh no, this tiny one here's a maple. Can't see what that one is. It's definitely not oak because there's no oak leaves down here. They've all got these ivy vines going up them. Got a little bit of protein in there. Some flies just been like, yeah, let's go. Oh shit. Right, that's at a boil. Let's just turn a pan over because we don't want to put the hot pan on the ground. There's all the little insects and stuff that are living in there. We'll bosh that flame out. And fill it to the line C, apparently. Ouch, that's bloody hot. How I did not think that that was going to be hot. I do not know. Okay, I'm saying that is line C, Buster. Let's give it a shake. No, let's not give it a shake. That'd be a bad idea, wouldn't it? Let's just get this in there. Oh, that's flipping hot. Don't touch the sides. I mean, most of you have probably already had these, but I just needed to try it for myself. It actually looked better before I put the water in. It looks like baby sick. Oh my god. What is that? There's just some crazy guy laughing to himself in the woods. Oh shit. I'm sorry guys, I need to compose myself. Oh my god. Oh, I get like this sometimes, I lose it. Bear with me. Do you want to see my baby sick? Nutritious. We'll have that for the thumbnail, I reckon. But oh my gosh, I think we've got to close this off, haven't we? To a degree. And we'll just leave that there. That's going to take 8 minutes. So while that takes its 8 minutes, I'm going to start the live. You will have to go to watch that if you want to see the whole cooking process. I do have another camera over there, which is going to be recording the process in a time lapse. I find it easier to have that there, covering the back of any footage that I do miss on this bit. So yes, we're all set up. I'm going to set the camera up ready for this live, and hopefully I'll see you all over there. If not, then you'll see the next part of the video where I'm probably eating these side by side, because I'll do a bit for this one and then I'll do a bit for the live as well. So you'll get all of it, but you just won't see my stew being cooked unless you go watch the live, which will be uploaded at some point. But yeah, see you there. Sat here for at least 5 minutes chatting away and it's not even recording. Mama says I'm special. This is really hard to eat with a spatula, but it's what we've got, so that's that. You know, if you're not fond of spice, possibly use half the cayenne pepper and don't put the chilies in. The only problem I've got with this chair is it feels like my knees compressed when I'm sat in it. I think I'm sat ever so slightly too low. The celery was a good addition as well. Hearty food, simple, no preservatives. Fresh. I'm going to scoff this. Gather all my equipment, pack everything away, and leave no trace. So, if you want to go check out the live, after this video, please do. That'll show you the whole process. It's a bit long, so fireworks. Make sure you've got yourself a beer or a cup of tea. But yeah, it was good. It was nice to see the people that I subscribe to joining me, which, you know, somebody mentioned when I was reading something about YouTube and stuff like that, it's like these people are your competitors. No, I don't see it like that. I'm not competing against anybody but myself, you know. I'm doing this for me. This is my that's how I could explain it. But anywho, I'm gonna scoff this and get packed away. I'll see you in the outro. Still got some Guinness left as well. Well, it's bloody dark now. It's not as dark as it seems in the video, but you can't even see it. Fucking hell. Oh, it's not actually as dark as it looks. Anyway, as you can see, we've left no trace whatsoever that we were here. The bloody sticks got me. A twang. We've cleared up all of our mess. More leaves will fall, covering up the bits that we've opened up and so on and so forth. One last quick check, make sure we've got everything. And oh, we must escape the woods. Really hard to see if it's straight or not. And out we go. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the video. Obviously you can't see me very well. It's bugger off whatever you are. Oh, nettles, more nettles, eh? Crikey me. I'm gonna stand over them ones, crikey. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. The table, yeah, really like the table. It's a little bit lower down, but I'll take that. I will definitely take that. The stool chair thing, yeah, I'm not too sure on that. As long as I don't develop any knee problems. Sorry, I've got my hand up here so that it kind of casts a bit of light on me because it's getting a bit dark. And yeah, the video doesn't pick up the light as well as, say, the picture was. If I was to take a picture of this sky now, which is dark, you know, it is dark, it'd probably look like it was daylight just because of the way that the camera picks it up better than the video. But anywho, that's the end of the video. If you managed to get on the live, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. It's always good to see the usual suspects on there. And we're gonna go home now, crack another beer. In fact, no, I'm not. I haven't bloody got any beer. Oh yeah, I have. I've got some homebrewed lager. I think I'm gonna have to get some of them in the fridge. It's not ready yet, but yeah, you know, such is life. Save the pennies and the pounds look after themselves. Thanks for watching, guys. Y'all take it easy, and I'll see y'all soon.